On a quiet farm in England, the animals lived hard and hungry lives under their owner, Mr. Jones. He was careless and often drunk, forgetting to feed them on time. The cows gave milk, the hens laid eggs, the horses pulled heavy loads, and the sheep followed orders. Yet none of them enjoyed the fruits of their labor. One night, an old and respected pig named Old Major gathered all the animals in the barn. He spoke with wisdom and sadness about their suffering. He told them that humans were their enemies because humans took everything the animals produced. Old Major shared his dream of a future where animals ruled themselves, worked for their own happiness, and lived in equality. The animals listened with shining eyes. Old Major taught them a song about freedom, and they sang it loudly, dreaming of a better world. A few days later, Old Major died, but his dream stayed alive. Two clever pigs, Snowball and Napoleon, began planning a rebellion. They studied books left by Mr. Jones and created rules about animal equality. They believed all animals should work together for a fair life. One day, when Mr. Jones forgot to feed them again, the animals could not bear their hunger. They broke into the storehouse and ate the grain. Mr. Jones and his men tried to whip them, but the animals fought back with strength and anger. Soon, Mr. Jones ran away, and the animals chased him off the farm forever. They renamed the place Animal Farm and celebrated their victory with joy. The pigs became leaders because they were the smartest. Snowball and Napoleon wrote 7 commandments on the barn wall, saying all animals were equal. No animal would wear clothes, drink alcohol, or sleep in beds, and no animal would kill another. The animals believed these rules would protect their freedom. They worked hard in the fields, harvesting crops better than before. For the first time, they ate well and felt proud of their labor. Snowball tried to teach animals to read and write. Some learned simple words, while others remembered only letters. Napoleon quietly trained a group of puppies, keeping them away from others. The farm seemed peaceful, but the pigs slowly began to enjoy small privileges. They took the milk and apples for themselves, saying they needed strength to think for everyone. Snowball dreamed of building a windmill to create electricity and make work easier. Napoleon opposed him. One day, as Snowball spoke about his plan, Napoleon released the fierce dogs he had trained. They chased Snowball off the farm. Snowball ran away, and no one saw him again. Napoleon took full control and said windmills were now his idea. The animals felt confused, but obeyed. Under Napoleon, life grew harder. The animals worked longer hours building the windmill. Food became less, but Napoleon said production had increased. A pig named Squealer explained everything with clever words, saying sacrifices were necessary. The animals believed him because they feared losing their freedom. The windmill collapsed in a storm. Napoleon blamed Snowball and said he had secretly destroyed it. The animals began to fear Snowball's name. Soon Napoleon called meetings and accused animals of helping Snowball. Frightened animals confessed to small mistakes, and Napoleon ordered his dogs to kill them. Blood touched the ground of Animal Farm, though the rules had said no animal would kill another. The pigs quietly changed the commandments. They added words like with sheets or without cause, so their actions seemed allowed. The animals could not remember the old rules clearly. They trusted Squealer's explanations and believed they were wrong. Winter came, and food was short. Napoleon made deals with humans, trading eggs and timber. The animals felt betrayed because they had fought to escape human control. Yet Squealer said it was necessary. The pigs moved into the farmhouse and slept in beds. They drank alcohol and wore clothes. Each time, the commandments changed again. Boxer, the strong and loyal horse, worked harder than anyone. He believed Napoleon was always right and said he would work harder. When Boxer grew old and injured, Napoleon sold him to a slaughterhouse while telling others he was sent to a hospital. The animals cried, but Squealer convinced them it was a misunderstanding. Years passed. The pigs learned to walk on two legs. They carried whips and acted like humans. The 7 commandments were replaced by a single rule. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The sheep learned to repeat this sentence loudly, drowning any protest. One evening, the animals looked through the farmhouse window. Pigs sat at a table with human farmers, drinking and laughing together. Napoleon and the men argued about cheating in cards, shouting loudly. The animals outside looked from pig to man and from man to pig, but they could no longer tell the difference. The animals returned to their hard work silently. Their dreams of equality had faded into memory. The farm was called Manor Farm again, just as before. The animals were still hungry, tired, and afraid, though their masters now walked on 4 legs instead of 2. The story ends with quiet sadness, showing how hope can be lost when power is misused. It reminds readers that promises of equality must be protected carefully, because without honesty and courage, freedom can slowly disappear and leave only regret behind.